Class. What's up, guys? Real GP here. Moto Academy class in Casa Grande, and Stark brought us out some bikes. So I am going to get to ride this guy right here, right now. You guys get my first reaction of the Stark. So right now, I just got a crash course from Justin. We've got bikes in neutral. You can see green flashing light right here. That tells me the bike's in neutral. Harder than heck to buckle my helmet with gloves on. All right, here we go. Gonna pull this thing off the stand, see what it's like. Ah, a little heavier than my 252 stroke. All right. Here we go. All right, we are now in map 1, starting out at 35 horses. We're gonna go see what this is like. We're doing a stand-up drill out here. I have not ridden this track in a couple months, so we'll see how she goes. Oh man, this thing is so smooth, so easy. Now they've made some changes to the track, so I'm gonna roll first time, see what we got going on. This whole section is different from last time I rode. Oh my goodness, this is so easy. So what we did is we set up five maps, starting off at 35 horses, kind of equivalent to a 125. Map 2, each map goes up 5 miles, or 5 horsepower, I'm sorry. Not 5 miles per hour, that'd be scary. But this is completely unintimidating at this point. So much easier to ride than my 2-stroke 250. So much easier to ride. So I think what we'll do is we'll get most of the way around this first lap. Acceleration is so smooth. Suspension is awesome on this thing. Oh my goodness, this bike is fantastic. I could ride it all day in 35 horses and just have fun on it. Completely unintimidating, plenty of power. Kind of comes on smooth, off, I guess what you'd call idle. See how these rollers do. This bike is ridiculous, ladies and germs. Insane. Okay, we're gonna go up 5 horses. Now in map 2. See how this thing goes. Kind of whiskey throttled that one. That's only the second time I've ever jumped that jump. This bike is so confidence inspiring that I had to give it a try. This thing definitely pulls harder in map 2, where we went up 5 horses. It's a little bit crazy. Haven't sat down yet. Bike is so easy to ride. Kind of feeling it in the lower back like you do when you stand up a lot. Also haven't used the rear brake yet. So much different noise without the engine. I can hear the tires. Hear the suspension working. It's kind of crazy. See if we can get over this one now that I've got a little more horsepower. Oh yeah. Woohoo! And I'm not enough to get this jumpy yet, guys. Oh wow. You gotta be real careful with the throttle on this guy. At 270 pounds, this thing's definitely undersprung for me, but the suspension is fantastic. Stark really did a great job on this bike. I feel like I would be full seconds a lap faster on this than on my old CR250. Okay, map 3, 45 horses. Not gonna try this one again. That one is a little bit sketchy. Feeling those lower back and calves. I should have got that one. Wow, it sounded like I flattened the tire. Oh, this bike is ridiculous. Let's try the inside line and see what happens here. That rut. Kind of interesting being able to hear my own voice while I'm riding. Oh, got a little nose high there. There we go, that's better. I can hear the wind in my ears for the first time ever. Nice. Try a little more of an inside line there. This section right here, the finish line section, has always been difficult for me on my own bike. It's hard to get up to where I'm in the meat of the power to get over this jump, but there it was right there, effortless. I could have probably got that right there. Outside line. I don't know if I'm ready for 50 horses yet, but what the heck. Map 4, here we go. Okay, I got to take the 23KX 450 around the parking lot here last week at our race. This feels snappier than that bike, and that was on the aggressive map. Holy crap, I just wheelied all the way off there. The suspension sounds so weird. Starting to feel it in my lower back. I think I'm what? On lap 4 laps in. Oh my goodness. I'm getting tired, but I don't want to stop. Not quite ready to hit this one yet. Okay, we're gonna flip up map 5, see what 55 horses is like. Really have to focus on keeping my head forward. Whew, I've never OJ'd that. Oh, this bike is so stupid easy to ride. I can't imagine 80 horses. Whoa, a little bit of whiskey throttle for you. Got my head back a little bit there. Something I'm working on. Yeah. I went to shift down and grab the clutch and there's nothing there.
It's like very easy for them to swerve one way or the other. So just never trust it. Never trust it. That's the one thing that scares me about that bike is like it is easy to have that happen.
Yeah.
Right? Was that the first time you experienced it, or did it happen anywhere else?
That was map 5.
Which is what? Was that 80?
I was at 55.
Okay.
I'm no shape for 80 horsepower at all. Sorry.
I don't know if they should sell it with 80 horsepower.
When we set it up so we had map 4 was 50, map 5 was 55. 50 and 55 I started whiskey throttling a little bit.
So driver Jamie, my videographer Jackson, everybody on my team rode it at 45 and they thought that 45 was the sweet spot.
That was what felt best to me. We started at 35. It was nice to learn the track again. 35, there was almost enough to get over everything with my fat butt on it. But yeah, 45 was kind of the sweet spot.
Yeah, anything, and when I rode it, I was at 55. I needed a little more. 60 would probably be my sweet spot. But 80 is just like, what is this? It's like a 500, but way faster. And you don't have, the scary thing is you don't have the clutch to save yourself. Like maybe when I rode that bike, I realized how much I actually use the clutch to control the power.
All right, so riding that Stark, oh my goodness, that was sick. It's like pushing the easy button, you know, the easy button you get from Staples. It's like pushing the easy button, just redonkulous. It was so much fun to ride. The throttle response was, once I got up into map 4 and map 5, I think we were at 50 and 55 horses. It was really snappy. I started whiskey throttling a few things, but yeah, it was just so smooth, not having to worry about shifting, not having to worry about moving my feet. It was so easy to ride. I rode this track better than I've ever ridden it. That's how awesome that bike is. The bike was just next level. Probably the best training tool anybody could have. If you can put one of these in your garage, you may want to think about it. Well, I want to thank Justin from Stark and AJ for giving me the opportunity to ride this bike. I came out just to be here. I wasn't planning on riding, but the last second decision, I threw my gear in the truck, and very glad I did. This was absolutely fantastic experience. Thanks, you guys.